Everyone. My name is Jason, pastor of Story Church. I wanted to make a video around Lent and particularly around some of the practices that we traditionally do during this season. If you're familiar with Lent, you might know that people talk about giving something up during Lent, and I don't know how that has worked out for you, whether it's been something that's been a fruitful practice in cultivating some discipline of some sort, or if it's been a frustrating practice. I think one word that I have begun to say a lot, and particularly for myself, is the word intentionality, which tends to be a word that precedes motivation. This idea of how do I want to take my next step, even when I don't feel like it, and that can be overwhelming. And I think particularly in Lent, which is 40 days, what can be overwhelming is giving something up for 40 days, regardless of how small a thing it might be, can be quite an overwhelming task. And so people have talked to me, hey, what are you giving up for Lent? And like that conversation. And really in Lent's past, this has just kind of been my feeling where I kind of just don't give anything up, or, it seems like the confessions of a pastor, or I struggled, or I didn't feel like it in that season. And so this year I want to try something a tad bit different with our community. And maybe if you feel like that sense of overwhelmingness, or I can't really think of something to give up in my life, I wonder if you want to try something new that seems to be more palatable for us. And so during Lent, each week, starting on Sundays, I know Ash Wednesday starts on Wednesday, and that can be weird, but permission to wait to start till Sunday. So if you don't have anything to give up for Lent, or if you've decided on something and you want to switch paths with us. And I've kind of picked some things collectively in our culture that seem to be causing some issues with our lives and our mental health. But here's what I want to invite us on a journey towards, is that 40 days is overwhelming. But I wonder, what would it be like if we take things in 7-day increments? And so each week during our Sunday services, and also on our blog, we'll post storychurch.org/blog. We'll post some spiritual practices that we can collectively participate in. These practices will include most weeks something to give up. I think the first week is giving up a food item or drink item, like give up, your weekly or daily Diet Coke, or your stop at Starbucks, whatever. You pick the thing you give up. You're just doing this for 7 days. You're not going to do it for 40 days, just 7 days. So pick something to give up. What is that thing? And usually I'm pretty big on what's the first thing that pops in your mind. All right, that thing, pick that. And then second, we'll engage in something to add to. So what is and these practices will be around mindfulness, body awareness. Some of these will include spiritual practices as well. And so this week, our practice will include what is called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 mindfulness practice, as a way of calming our brains down and centering ourselves and bringing our awareness to the present. And I explain it thoroughly on our blog. And so each day, you'll sacrifice something. You don't have to, but you can do that practice. And then to add to take 5 minutes of practicing some mindfulness of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, which is becoming aware of all your senses. So you start with hearing. What are 5 things I hear? And then you go to 4. What are 4 things I smell? 3 things I see, 2 things I taste, and 1 thing I touch or feel, like I can feel the fabric on my skin. And you can take 5 minutes to take this process of slowly doing this. You can do this once a day, twice a day. It doesn't have to be 5 minutes, it can be 10 minutes. And here's the gift of these practices that I want to offer to us. That if you get to the end of the week and you're like, this was good, I like not having this thing in my life, or I like spending 10 minutes doing this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 practice. What I would say is ignore the rest of the weeks and practice these things for the rest of Lent, or through Lent, past Lent, whatever. That your journey is kind of at what you are feeling and experiencing, and to take it like that. And if you get to the end of the week and go, I want to try something different, we'll have a different thing to sacrifice, and a different practice to cultivate. So I hope, whether you're a part of our community or not, that you'll join us in these practices, storychurch.org/blog, and we'll also kind of go a little bit deeper into them in our weekly sermon series, Sent Forth. Thank you. Have a great day. Can't wait to hear about how these practices are going with all of us.